What is going on, guys? The Sims 4. Now, this video is just talking about who still plays this game and what other games have been played on console for as long as this game has. It came out in 2017, okay? We're in 2025. We're 8 years in. Now, I'm going to be looking at some of the packs. That's what I'm going to look at in just a second. But I have not been able to play this game. It's just been it was really like flat. The experience was just a flat, dry experience. I just couldn't get into it. It was like really dry and boring. I'm not sure why, because I played it years ago and it was quite fun. I was getting into it, but the last few times I've tried to play, I just could not do it. It was just really, really flat. Something was just boring. I don't know why it was extremely boring at that time, but I used to really like it. But anyway, let's get into it. Now, one thing that keeps this game, I think what keeps the game alive is just this stuff here. Like, just they add so much to the game, but of course, most of the time you have to pay for it. I've purchased stuff over the years. I haven't purchased in a really long time, so you know, let's start by looking at your most popular packs, okay? I do not have any of these packs. I do not want the music playing. I'll shut that off. But because I don't know what the rules are on that music, okay? I hope, whatever. But I definitely don't want this horse pack. I've bought, these are ones I own right here. So these are the ones that I've actually purchased. Years ago, I used to buy the packs, and I stopped buying them. But you have your high school year packs. Let's take a look at that. I don't want to play that stuff, okay? I'm just going to look at the pictures. I had no interest in this because I was not really focused too much on the high school years. I was more focused on the adults. Now, I did, have children with, families and make them have children and stuff like that. But I was just focused on like taking care of the kids. I wasn't really using them or paying attention to what they were doing too much. I was just like raising them basically. So like the perspective of like the kids and high school players never really paid too much attention to it. So those type of packs never really interest me. You got this here. This one, I thought about getting this. I thought about getting this at one time, but I just thought that price was a little silly. I still think these are way overpriced. Now, as an EA member, they take $5 off. And even with the $5 off, this is still quite an expensive pack. To me, I think it's a lot to pay, $40 or whatever. Because a lot of base games are around 40 still. And I'm surprised. I'm usually surprised when a big major game comes out and it's 40 and it's like a big title. Indie games and stuff coming out for $20 and less. That's not really a surprise because those games don't have nearly as much to offer. But when it's a big title and it's like 40, because, I did consider getting this, but I just, because of how dry the experience has been for me playing this game, I was worried that I would pay that and then play it once and then not even, because I've made the decision, I'm not going to buy any packs until I really feel like I'm actually enjoying the game again. And right now, it just isn't there. The enjoyment is just not there. We have an urban, what's it called? Urban homage kit. I guess it's like, you know what it is, right? We don't have to say, but and these do enhance the game. I just don't, I haven't bought any of these, and I already explained that. But if I was really playing it and I was enjoying the game, I would I wouldn't care. I'd pay $5 packs, even though they barely offer anything. I mean, some of these packs, you can literally play it and not even notice anything different. But there needs to be something specific in the pack that you want in order to even buy it. That's the way I see it. And there's nothing here that I want. Nothing. I mean, there's just nothing here. So I would not consider getting that. There needs to be at least one item in order for me to like want the pack. These I'm not interested in. I'm definitely not interested in spiritual based stuff. Let's see, this one might be something. Let's see. No, I have no interest in that. If they had a little bit more stuff in it, because, you know, the $5 packs, they tend to not want to put much in them. How come I'm not able to? Okay, here we go. What about this? It's called, what's it called? The Allure pack or something? Don't care for it. Nothing there. Oh, Sweet Slumber Party pack. What about this? No, no. Got the Poolside Splash. Not interested. There's a lot of stuff in the game already that's similar enough to what you see here. So none of these packs really offer enough for me to like really want to get the game. And these are the games that make the biggest difference. I mean, these are the packs, obviously. That make the biggest difference in the game. And again, no. They haven't offered anything other than this one here. Like I said, honestly, I did have an interest in Love Struck. If I was still really into the game, I may pick that up. But like I said, I just can't play this game much. You know, if you're playing this game and you have a pack that kind of made the game a lot better and it kind of gave you a little bit more life into this game and you enjoyed it, it made the game just sort of better for you, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know which one it is. You know, wedding stories, definitely didn't care about that. I don't need weddings in here at all. Star Wars, most definitely not. I think it's cool though, but I don't want to mess with that. I just don't care. I don't want to add that to my game. I did do the vampire pack. I didn't mind it. I thought it was cool. Some of the stuff was a little dumb, but I just wanted the extra characterization. You know, because there's a vampire culture where people act like they're vampires and whatnot. And, you know, the werewolf stuff, no. I never had any even slight interest in any, like, werewolf packs. I just think, to me, that's a little bit ridiculous. I just don't need anything like that in the pack. And also, it seemed like it was really like kind of cheesy, a little corny to me, the way the werewolf was acting. It just looked like a guy in a costume. It just, no, I don't want nothing like that. For me, I don't want nothing to do with it. Let's take a look at it. Because I saw the video of it and I was just like, absolutely not. That just looks really kind of like, it was a little bit corny for me. Not the fact that there's a werewolf pack in this, but the way the characters were acting and, you know, it just didn't work for me. I just don't care for it. I never really was into that culture. It's something kind of like in the 80s, there was a lot of stuff going on with that as far as like movies, but I don't know. But yeah, anyway, do you still play this game? I'm going to give it another try. I'm not going to really, I don't think I'm going to put it on the channel because I've put sim games on here before and they just don't get any views. This one probably won't get any either. You know, there's simmers that play the Sims and they get a lot of views. I think people are more focused on people who are really into the game and make a lot of progress and get a lot of the packs. They have more to offer you when talking about The Sims than some of the guys like us who just do a variety of different games. Anyway, that's this video. Tell me, do you still play this game? Did the game play itself out to you and you just had to leave it alone?